Good YouTube, Quinn Wade. Coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube. Exclusively on there forever, of course. And we're going to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Beat the Oklahoma City Thunder again. 123 to 111. The Thunder go to 38 and 11. 17 and 6 on the road. The Wolves are now 30 and 19, 17 and 8 at home. They was at home in this game. They got off to a dominant first quarter and finished it well too. 34 to 22 in the first quarter. Minnesota won it by 12. They also won the second quarter 29 to 28. They won the third quarter 33 to 30. But OKC won the fourth quarter 31 to 27. But it didn't matter at that point since they lost by double figures and never had a real chance of winning the game. Anyway, Jalen Williams, 27 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and a -8 and plus minus. Obviously, he was out there to provide defense and some size. Kind of worked, but not enough. Chet Holmgren, you needed a bigger game from him offensively. He played 30 minutes, had 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal fouls, and a -5 and plus minus. He did a good job protecting the rim. You would like him to do a better job on the boards. And like I said, you needed more points from him. Somebody had to step up in that starting lineup besides Shea. And 15 points in 30 minutes ain't enough because Shea had 30 in 31 minutes. The 31 minutes ended up being the most on the team. He went 12 of 18 from the field to get it. A lot of drives, a lot of mid-range, and he did get blocked in this one. He also went 1 of 2 from 3 and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Obviously, you would think he'd get more free throws, but they knew what he was trying to do. They knew how he was trying to attack them, so they didn't get baited enough. Then he had 6 rebounds and 8 assists, but he ended up having 5 turnovers in this one. That's not a good thing, obviously, for Shea. You know, you can't play picture-perfect basketball, but if you want to get back in the game or you want to continue to keep the game close so you can make that run, every possession matters against a decent or great NBA team. And you should get that from everybody because they're going to take the best punches. Everybody wants to beat them. Everybody wants to prove that they're better. And you're in the Western Conference, so you already know the talent is there. And that's why they've been having a lot of trouble lately. 3 personal fouls and a -22 and plus minus for Shea. Lugens Dort, 27 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -17 and plus minus. He didn't score the ball a lot either. He didn't even take a lot of shots in general. He never really does. But they knew that he was going to be sitting at that three-point line. Just pay attention to him. He's not going to try to do too much else other than launch threes or keep the ball moving or drive a little bit and then move the ball. And they know that, so it didn't really work that much in this game. Aaron Wiggins, 25 minutes, 10 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Mainly was out there for his defense. But he is a guy that can score if you give him chances and opportunities. He did have 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, and of course he got some steals. Basically, all the perimeter defenders can do that. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a -15 and plus minus. Brooks played 4 minutes. He ended up having 2 points. That was all that he scored. He only scored 1 shot. He only took 1 shot. 1 rebound, no turnovers. The rebound was offensive, no personal fouls, and a +8 and plus minus. Zhang, 4 minutes. He also took a shot and made it, but the other one he missed, which was a 3. He also had 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a steal, no personal fouls, and was a +8 and plus minus. Isaiah Hartenstein, 18 minutes, 11 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. As long as he's near the rim and rebounding at a high level and being physical, you're happy with him. Obviously, you needed him to be in the starting lineup because he's one of your best players, but not so much right now because of the injury. Kenrich Williams, 18 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and a +1. And plus minus, the scoring had really been there for him. They needed it when he got on the court. And man, he can really score the basketball whenever you have some good players around him. Obviously, he plays with the bench too, and their bench is one of the better ones in the league, and he's one of the reasons why. You can say the same for Isaiah Joe and Cason Wallace, but Joe played 25 minutes and he has 6 points, but he went 2 of 7 from the field and 2 of 6 from three. He's always taking those threes, but he also plays defense real well, especially on the perimeter. 3 steals and 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds, showing you all the things that he can do for you at a high level. 1 personal foul in the -2 and plus minus. And then Cason Wallace, he led the bench in scoring with 13. He went 5 of 11 from the field in 26 minutes. He played the most minutes off the bench. He also went 1 of 5 from 3. They needed a couple of those to go down if they was going to make this game a little bit more competitive, of course. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, which was the only one he had rebound-wise, and 2 personal fouls in the -9 and plus minus. And then Chris Youngblood, 4 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 4 from the field. He ended up taking all threes besides going 2 or 3 from the free throw line. He ended up with 5 points for that reason. 2 assists, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and he was a +8 and plus minus. And then you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Everybody got on the court that was healthy. Same with the Thunder. Julius Randle and the entire starting lineup scored in double figures. They all got a rebounder or more. They all got an assist or more. They always playing good defense, and that's what you have to do. You have to bring all four quarters to be able to beat the Thunder. And they did that besides the fourth, but even in the fourth, they played well to keep the lead and never really let the Thunder make a run that can get them back in the game to be able to stun them and win it. And Minnesota thrived off the crowd, too. Julius Randle, 25 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 14 from the field and 2 of 6 from three. He had a lot of shots that you thought that would go down, that you thought he would make, but they didn't go down, and that's why he didn't shoot the ball as great as you probably would want him to in this game. But wasn't really needed as much because the shots that he did make kept him ahead, and it was a team game and a team effort that won them this one. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. He did have 4 steals and a block, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a +13 and plus minus. Jaden McDaniels was one of the biggest reasons why they won this game. His drives and his 3-point shooting was essential to the points that they was able to score, even if it was in difficult situations. He had it going, especially from 3. 21 points, 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 5 from 3. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 blocks. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a +18 and plus minus. Rudy Gobert did a good job of taking his time in the paint and just trying to go up with confidence to finish. He finished with another double-double, 34 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 6 from the field, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds. He also had 3 assists, no turnovers, and the steal. 4 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a +20 and plus minus. Dante DiVincenzo, he had a lot of good looks, and he only went 3 of 9 from 3 and 4 of 13 from the field. He scored 11 points in 32 minutes, mainly because he could make shots and he was playing some good defense, including making some good passes that led to high percentage baskets. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 4 personal fouls, and a +12. And plus minus, Anthony Edwards, 35 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. 26 points, that ended up being the most on the team as well. He had the mid-range. Obviously, he's going to drive. Obviously, he's going to find ways to get to the free throw line and splash in some threes along the way. 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 10 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Gotta love it. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 1 personal foul and a +24 and plus minus. Joe Ingles, 3 minutes. He misses only field goal. No turnovers, no personal fouls, and a -10 and plus minus. Lillard Miller, 3 minutes. He ended up having zeros all across the board besides having a personal foul. He finished as a -10 and plus minus. Behringer played 3 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 1 turnover. No personal foul, and was a -10 and plus minus. Naz Reid, 29 minutes. That was the most off the bench. 18 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. The scoring was really good and really well done from him, hitting the threes that was open, driving when he can, kicking the ball out, rebounding at a high level, 7 boards, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. He did have a block. His good, the guy he got that also. Then he had one offensive rebound out of the seven and three personal fouls and was at plus 11. And plus minus Jalen Clark, 15 minutes, 7 points, 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from three, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. One offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a zero and plus minus. Anything that he gives you, especially offensively, you're happy with. And he gave them a lot and only missed one shot, which was a three, so you have to be happy with that. Then Johnny Juzang, 3 minutes, 2 points, 1 or 2 from the field. He missed his only shot from three. And then he had one rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, and a minus 10 and plus minus. Bones Highland comes in to score. He was able to do that. We're going 3 or 6 from three. Missed all his 2 pointers, but still finished with 9 points in 23 minutes and had 5 turnovers. That was the worst part of his night. He did have 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 12 and plus minus. And Rob Dillingham hit a jump shot that was a step back. Other than the shot he missed, 2 points for him in 3 minutes. He did have also 3 turnovers and a steal, no personal fouls, and was a minus 10 and plus minus. And then the Timberwolves, 89 field goals, 51% from the field, 86 field goals for the Thunder, 48%, 31 three-point attempts from the Thunder, 35%, 47 three-point attempts from the Wolves, 47%, 20 free throws, 90% for the Thunder, 18 free throws, 61% from the Timberwolves, 46 rebounds for the Timberwolves, 36 for the Thunder, 26 assists for the Timberwolves, 27 for the Thunder, 19 turnovers for the Timberwolves, 15 for the Thunder, 12 steals for the Timberwolves, 11 for the Thunder, 7 blocks for the Timberwolves, 5 from the Thunder, 15 offensive rebounds for the Timberwolves, 11 for the Thunder, and 31 defensive rebounds for the Timberwolves, 25 for the Thunder, and 21 personal fouls for the Timberwolves, 15 for the Thunder. But it did not matter much because the Timberwolves got the win, and they made it hard for the Thunder to ever catch a rhythm. They made it hard for the Thunder to get things going, even on the defensive end. And even when the Thunder did, they was able to get back in the game. And the Timberwolves responded real well by staying in front and making it difficult to even make a run to be able to win this one. And that's something that you don't always see from the Thunder. They always seem like they got some life. They got a nice punch that they can give you back. And they came back in the game and they made things tough sometimes. But the Timberwolves just seemed like the better team. It seemed like they was more confident. It seemed like they had more swagger, more bravado about themselves in this game. They did have it throughout the season, even a couple years ago. But they really like this matchup. They really like showing that they're on the level of the best teams in the West whenever they can. You just hope they can do it in playoff series so they can get a chance to get to the finals and win a championship, because that's the only thing that's missing from this Timberwolves team. They keep getting short, and it's mainly because of how they play. It's mainly how they have been going about things. And maybe this year they can possibly get to the finals. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that we say is a shoe-in, of course, because the Western Conference is that difficult. But a lot of teams have been banged up. A lot of teams haven't been able to build chemistry. A lot of teams, you just don't know what's going to happen. Because of the trade deadline, some things can change for the better. Some things can open up. And the Wolves got to be playing their best basketball consistently if they want to go out there and make a legitimate run and finish it by being the Western Conference champs and have a chance to win it all by getting to the finals. They've been right there. They've been competing. They've been showing us that we have to respect them and we have to give them their due. But you still got to get over that hump. Can you get that demon off your back? It ain't easy. A lot of legends will tell you that. A lot of people will tell you that. You want it off. You think you know how to get it off until you realize it's still there. And we'll see if the Timberwolves are able to take the momentum and the things they have been doing in this regular season and continue it throughout the rest of the regular season and do it onward throughout the playoffs and try to find a way to get to the finals. But the Thunder, man, they really banged up. They're really injured. But Shea has been the consistent force. He's unguardable. He's unstoppable. And he's going to find a way to get his, and he's going to believe in his teammates to do their part. That's what make them special. That's what make them a great leader. A lot of people will quit on their team. A lot of people will call out their team. A lot of people throw their teammates under the bus and say what they can't do and what they ain't able to do, especially when losing like they've been losing the last 2 months, have really changed how we feel and how we look at this Thunder team. I just look at it like they're really good still. They're really still tough to beat, but they just haven't had everybody on the floor. They just haven't had everybody playing at a high level. And that can hurt because, it's something that's not guaranteed, which is health. Just because you can get healthy don't mean you're going to stay healthy. Just because you want to be healthy don't mean you will be healthy. And you do need to be at your best to come out the West. The Thunder get it. The Thunder understand that. They win 7 with Denver. They win 7 to win the championship, showing you that they have margins where they can lose. They have teams that match up well against. They have teams that can beat them. And we seen that last year. They was blessed to come out on top. They was blessed to get the win and be champions. But the repeat is always harder because we know what you're trying to do. We know what you want to do. And we get more time to focus on that, especially in the playoffs. And then you can get banged up and healthy on your road to be able to win a title. And the Thunder, they cashed in and got it done. But can they repeat? Can they go back to back? Can they become a dynasty? That's what we thought that they'd be able to do this year based off how well they played, throughout their whole regular season 2 years ago, last year, and how they started off the season this year. Now the losses are piling up. Now people not really bragging about them, not really talking about them the same, which is fair because they're not playing as great as basketball as they was before. And that's the whole purpose of us looking at the regular season as this is a test to see how good you really are and how much confidence you really have in who you have on your roster and who you playing and going to war with out there. And Shea seems like he's still taking it game by game. He doesn't seem mad. He doesn't seem angry. He doesn't seem too frustrated. He didn't get too high. He didn't get too low. He knows what it takes to win a title. He knows what it takes to be great. He's showing that and proving that every single game, even if they lose. But somebody's going to have to step up. We know Chet can do more. He didn't do that in this game, but he's going to have to. Somebody, A.J. Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, somebody's going to have to step up because Jalen, he just can't stay healthy. So these are the opportunities that you have to take and say, it's my time to shine. It's my time to step up and answer that call and play out of this world to show the world that we're still the best team and I'm a big part of what can help us stay the best team because now they're getting closer and closer to losing that number 1 spot. And at one point, it wasn't even close. It seemed like they was going to ride off to the sunset with the number 1 record in the NBA. Now they got some threats around them that can take that spot before the end of the season. Can they correct some of these things? Can they figure it out, in these next couple weeks and these next couple months? If not, you already lost the cup, which a lot of people thought they playing so good, there's no way they're not going to win the cup. Then they lost that. They didn't even get to the finals like they did 2 years ago. So it just show you that the Thunder, they're not head over. A lot of people thought they was going to run away with everything. That's not the case based on what we're seeing right now. So now we're going to see what the other teams can do when they get healthy to show that we're just as good as the Thunder or we're close to their level. And we're confident enough that we feel like we get in a series with them, we can beat them. A lot of teams been showing that lately. But the Thunder also haven't been fully healthy. But like I said before, just because you can get healthy don't mean you will, and don't mean it's going to happen throughout the entire playoffs or even during the entire regular season. So don't bank on that, Thunder fans, that when we get healthy, we're going to win because y'all win 7 games twice, and y'all barely pulled those games out sometimes throughout some series because it's just that hard to win at the NBA level. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.